How's it going, guys? There's been a lot of talk lately on whether or not Washington Capitals should try and trade Alexander Ovechkin. Obviously, he's been the face of that franchise since they drafted him first overall back in 2004, but in that time, they have yet to get by the second round of the playoffs. So the big question is whether or not Ovechkin is the problem or the team around him is the problem. To try and figure that out today, I'm actually going to be simulating a season with Alexander Ovechkin as every single skater spot on the Washington Capitals. So as you guys can see here, he's going to be playing every forward position as well as every defensive position. The goalies have stayed the same just to kind of keep it a bit more realistic. Plus, I feel like it'd be kind of tough to translate Ovechkin's stats to a goaltender. Plus, he'd actually be better than Holtby. So we'll leave Holtby as starting goaltender with Grubauer there, backing him up. But as you guys can see, every single forward spot here is filled by Alexander Ovechkin, or a clone of Alexander Ovechkin. Obviously, the real one there is still playing first line left wing. Say he goes for defense, it's still 6 Alexander Ovechkin. So he'll be playing out of position. Same with the centers. His faceoffs are only 65, but I mean the rest of his stats. Great puck skills, one of the best shots in the game. Solid skating. Senses aren't too bad. Defense is probably his worst. The only non-5-star stat. And then physical there is obviously very solid as well. 6'3", 239 pounds. He's got the franchise potential, but he is 31, so really that's not too big of a deal. But like I was saying, guys, let's find out if Ovechkin's a problem or if it's a team around him. So right now, guys, we're just saying with the franchise mode. As you can see, I basically just replaced every single player on Washington with Ovechkin, other than the goalies. So the salary will probably be like $2 million for each of them when they readjust it. So we'll have owner mode on there, fantasy draft off, salary cap on, firing on. We'll take assistant coach edit lines off. Waivers will be on, morale means we'll put off. We'll leave the computer trades on, finances will do auto, accept relocation off, auto sign free agents off. 1 season, so that really doesn't matter. For rules and settings here, I think we're going to make it as hardcore as possible. So the period length will make 20 minutes. We're actually going to turn injuries off just so that way OB's like constantly playing, never have AHLs getting called up. We'll also change the game style here to the custom 3, or sorry, the custom 4, full sim, the most realistic. Let's see what else we can change here. So franchise mode length doesn't matter actually. Superstar there, CPU trades on. Trade difficulty hard. I don't know if that'll affect the computers or not. Let's see. I think that's everything. So that should be like the most realistic possible sim. Advanced settings, gameplay sliders. That should all be good. Don't want to mess with any of that. So let's start this sim, guys, and just see what happens. And one more thing, guys, before I start the simulation, I want to show the overalls here. 100 offense, 97 defense, and 93 goaltending. So a pretty good team there. Somehow we only have 80 locker room chemistry. I feel like that should definitely be 100, but oh well. So let's see what happens here. Obviously, we're in the Metro, tough division. Should be the best team though. So now at the All-Star break here, and as you can see, we're absolutely crushing it. 41-6-2 record. Fan happiness there is at 85. Locker room chemistry somehow gone down to a 77. Probably just because all the OBs playing on like the 3rd and 4th line are complaining about ice time. Obviously, first place there in the division by a lot, 84 points. Second there, New York with 69. The real Ovechkin is actually leading the team in scoring. I was worrying about that. That's pretty cool. Probably first in the entire league, 84 points. Yeah. The Rangers are actually second. The Coyotes somehow third. That's very, very surprising. I don't know how the Coyotes doing that good. I'm curious to see like how good all the Ovechkins are doing. So, like I was saying, the real one has the most points, 64, which is kind of cool. At a 95 right now. Then you got 53 for the next one. Let's see how low it goes. It goes all the way down to 14 for the one guy for whatever reason. You guys also might have noticed there's some that have elite potential. So I thought I accidentally like forgot to change some of the potentials to franchise, but all the created players are franchise potential. Just sometimes you start up a franchise mode, the potentials change slightly, go from like say low elite to high top 6, or in this case a franchise to elite. So I just wanted to let you guys know that wasn't a mistake of mine, just something the franchise mode does. So I am assuming an Ovechkin made the All-Star game, maybe even 2 Ovechkins. I'm gonna take a look here and see. Let's see, Braden Holtby made the All-Star game. Okay, so that's good to see. But did Ovechkin? He had 18 chances to make it. He had to have made it. He got a hat trick. I don't think he made it. Never mind, guys. Look through it again. And actually, the first message about the All-Star game is that the Capitals' Alex Ovechkin is making it. So I'm assuming that's the real one. About halfway through the season right now. I mean, this is usually how the Capitals seasons go. Like, they're usually crushing it during the regular season. They win the President's Trophy, and then they can't get by the second round. So let's see if it continues that way. Alright, guys, we're at the end of the regular season here. As you can see, we have a record of 67-11-4. That's just crazy. We beat the Leafs there 11-2. That's the most goals we scored in a single game all year. The next closest was 10 goals in a preseason game. Other than that, I think we actually had 4 or 5 games where we put up 9 goals. Obviously, this team just scores like crazy. Fan happiness there, 97, which it should be. I think the owner's pretty happy too. We already completed a couple of owner goals. Should be first place in not only the division but the league. Yeah, 138 points. That is ridiculous. Team stats there look to be the same. I think the defense actually might have gone up by a couple, so that's probably just some of the Ovechkins like moving from a 94 to a 95. Goaltending's down. That probably just means that Grubauer is currently starting. Once the playoffs start, though, they'll probably switch Holtby back in. So 138 points there is just crazy. Yeah, 30-point lead there on New York, who finished second. Let's see the goals for here. 399. I mean, no one's even close. Yeah, San Jose 258. Almost 150 more goals than them. Goals against, for how were we? Tied for last with two other teams, Pittsburgh and New York. So, I mean, I don't know. In the playoffs, there's probably less goals scored. You never know. We could collapse. That would just be so funny. Ovechkin there, the real one, finished with 103 points. Absolutely unreal. Actually only had 24 goals. He was more of a playmaker this year. 79 assists, so maybe he's changed his ways. That'll show through in the playoffs. This Ovechkin, 90 points, 89. So these were probably the two on the first line. The one who had the least amount of points there, 24. So still not too bad. I'm also wondering if Ovechkin won the Art Ross trophy or not. So let's go check the league in points here. He did win the Art Ross. Patrick Kane, though, only 5 points behind him. One of the other Ovechkins there got third. A couple more Ovechkins there behind Panarin and Tavares. You got Sagan, Crosby, Stamkos, Taves, Hall, Tarasenko. Where's the next Ovechkin? There's another Ovechkin. So pretty crazy. 4 Ovechkins in like the top 15, top 20. Obviously, though, the big question now is, can Ovechkin win that Stanley Cup? We're in the playoffs. Time to get it done. In the first round of the playoffs here, guys, we're going up against the Montreal Canadiens. Let's see if they can come through and at least get by the first round. I think they should be able to. I know Montreal did beat this team at least once in the regular season. The team only lost like 10 times. There you go, a 7-4 loss. They're still up 2-1. I think they should at least get by Montreal. It's that pesky second round that always seems to get the better of Washington. So let's see here. 3-1 series lead. And, oh wow, 4-3 OT loss going to Game 6. 4-3 OT loss, there's no way. Oh, wait, did they win? Why isn't it showing Game 6? Oh shit, they lost that first game. 2-1 in OT, 7-4 loss, 4-3 OT loss, 4-3 OT loss. I can't believe that. I think 138 points is the best regular season of all time. Art Ross Trophy winner, 103 points from Ovechkin. Just teared it up. Like, we had 10 losses all year. First round exit to the Montreal Canadiens. That's honestly hilarious. I was looking at the playoff stats, and I seen Ovechkin here at 7 points in 6 games. Thought this was the real one. Obviously, it's not. It has a silhouette there. And I was looking for the real Ovechkin, like wondering, where is he? And as you guys can see, he is right here. He put up 2 points in 6 games, so I thought that was kind of funny. The real Ovechkin only had 2 points in 6 games after having 103 in the regular season. It was the cloned Ovechkins that actually had a much better playoffs. So I just finished streaming the playoffs, guys, and while I was streaming, I did some research because I knew Washington played Montreal in the playoffs before. It was actually back in 2010, and just like our simulation, Washington was the 1 seed, Montreal was the 8 seed, and Montreal pulled off the upset. In real life, it actually took 7 games, and our simulation only took 6 games. So it took them less games with the whole team Ovechkin they were facing. And if you guys forget, that was actually the series where Yaroslav Black just like stood on his head and completely stole the show. So they had Price this time around, and in real life, Montreal actually went on to, I think, the Eastern Conference Final, where they got knocked out by the Philadelphia Flyers. In our simulation, though, as you guys are about to see, they actually went on to win the Stanley Cup. So good for Montreal, and I mean, we did win through the eventual Stanley Cup winner, so I guess it's not as bad. Still pretty disappointing though. Like, I don't know how this team loses. Like, it just makes absolutely no sense. One other thing too, I don't know if anyone cares, but Detroit won the draft lottery in this simulation, so I mean, clearly it's fake, as Detroit did not do that. So let's check the awards here and just see how everything turned out. Obviously, like I said, Stanley Cup there, Montreal Canadiens. We won the President's Trophy. So pretty realistic when you think about it. We win the President's Trophy, and we lose in the playoffs to the team that ends up going on to win the Stanley Cup. Last year was Pittsburgh. This year, of course, Montreal. Clarence Campbell there, Calgary. Prince of Wales, of course, Montreal. Player awards, Ovi got the Art Ross and the Hart. Letang there got the James Norris. Patty Kane here with the Lady Bing. Patrick Laine with the Calder. Leafs fans will be upset about that one. Volcanic with the Conn Smythe. Clearly, this is a fake simulation. Bobrovsky, though, with the Vezina, which is probably going to happen in real life. Lundqvist there, William M. Jennings. Hannafin, Bill Masterson. Bergeron, the Selke. Ovechkin, the Ted Lindsay. And then Patrick Kane there, Maurice Richard. Like I was saying, Ovechkin in this sim, the real one, had like 79 assists somehow. And then the next one had like a pretty good balance. So Kane just went off there. Obviously, guys, too, like I was saying at the very beginning of the video, the title is, can you win with Alexander Ovechkin? and the guy must be cursed or something. There's really no other explanation for this, but as it turns out, the answer is no, you cannot. So, I don't know what it is. For some reason, you just can't win with Ovi. You can absolutely dominate the regular season, though. But like I said earlier, this isn't like the British Premier League or anything. All that matters in hockey is playoff success, and for some reason, Ovi just can't get it done. But I think that's it for the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of the simulation. Do you think it was just a fluke, or do you think you really just can't win with Ovi? If you did enjoy this video too, please do a thumbs up. Helps me out immensely. Also, you guys any ideas for future videos we can do like this? I think they're a lot of fun to do. We'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section. Thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice day. Goodbye.